Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going thrifting today. I'm starting off with a resale store. We're kind of winging it today though, so I'm going to be asking you on Instagram where we're going to next. So I'm going to put the timestamp right here if you want to fast forward right to the haul. But without further ado, let's go thrifting. So this isn't the first time I've been to this resale shop, but I wanted to take a look at some of the items here to see if I can find them. I stopped to take a look at this vase. I liked the shape of it and thought it was really unique and different, but ultimately decided not to pick it up. The furniture pieces here though were absolutely amazing. They were actually having a sale on the furniture pieces in particular. I liked this vanity a lot. I wish I had the room in my home for a vanity, but a girl could dream. For now, it's just a simple mirror for me to do my makeup. So the last time I was here, I actually saw quite a few cutting boards. So this time around, I was trying to find them, but unfortunately, I just lucked out. I did, however, really like this snowflake tea light. I thought it was so cute. I also spotted this rattan style end table and a matching bookcase, and had it been 9 months ago, I would have been sold. And truthfully, I don't even recall finding this little tiny vase, but I kind of wish I picked it up. It's a cute shape, and I really like the color too. I also really love ruffle style decor pieces. This one unfortunately was really broken and chipped though, and it was priced for, I think the green tag was $5, so I thought that was kind of high considering. And because it was there, I had to look through the artwork to see if I could find anything that I liked, but unfortunately nothing caught my eye. This lamp was really cute though, and I was so tempted to buy it, but I am looking for pears. And another adorable piece, this right here. I think it was milk glass, just a cute find, but I didn't end up picking it up. I love the little pedestal on it though. So aside from those finds, not much more really spoke to me, so I thought it was time to head out. Not surprising, but it was kind of marketed towards selling the big furniture items that they had. After my sideboard though, I'm not really looking for any furniture at the moment, so I just decided to see what they had home decor wise. Not much was speaking to me though, so I left empty-handed, but I think it's been enough time to check Instagram to see where we're going next. Oh wow, 100%. We're going to the thrift store then. So I'm going to take you to one of my favorite local thrift stores, so let's head on over. So because you guys chose a thrift store, I decided to bring you to one of my favorite thrift stores right now. It is a local thrift store that I have in my area, and it has really great prices. And this right here was a unique find. I thought these were really cute candlestick holders. Love that it looks like a flower, and there was 2 for $3.99. So definitely a good enough price to grab them. I absolutely love the detail on this wine decanter, absolutely beautiful, but I didn't pick it up. I did, however, notice this vase, and something about it really spoke to me, even though it's not my style that I particularly go for. And who doesn't love a simple wooded frame? Gorgeous, but I'm looking for a particular style. And after walking past this at least 4 times, I finally noticed this brass frame. I absolutely love the shape of it. I'm really into ovals right now, and so it was a definite grab for me. And I briefly stopped to appreciate this little basket right here. I love the weaving on it, really beautiful and just very visually stunning. And I don't know why, but every time I see these type of jewelry boxes or music boxes, I absolutely fall in love with them. Something about the detail just gets me every time, and so I had to pick this one up. I also found this cute creamer and sugar set. Loved it so much. Of course, this is not something that I would use on a daily basis, so I didn't pick it up, although I do admire the detail. And while I was driving to the next thrift store, I actually stumbled across an estate sale, so I headed on in and checked it out. There were so many different things though at this estate sale in particular, and a lot to look at. I did really like this bowl, however, last minute I decided I'd leave it for someone else to fall in love with. And truthfully, as I'm looking back at this footage, there are so many things that I missed out on. I know I would have picked up more had I really seen them, but hunger and fatigue were kind of setting in at this point. But I did manage to spot this cutting board, so I gladly took it. I also had to stop and take a look at the kettles because I absolutely love kettles, and I eyed this copper one. It is such a good vintage look. It took every ounce of willpower in me to put it back down. And just as I was about to leave, I spotted this chandelier and thought, oh, how adorable. Then I went up and looked at the price and said, oh, never mind. So the estate sale was pretty picked through. So I didn't get a lot, but I did buy a few things, all of which totaled $11. And considering 2 of the items were brass, I think that's pretty good. Because this estate sale was just a short look through, I'm gonna head to one more thrift store of the day before we wrap it up. So last stop was Salvation Army because it was close by, and spotted these mugs, which I thought were a great color. I also left behind this frame, unfortunately. I really wish I picked it up. Last minute, I just decided not to grab it, and I'm really bummed and disappointed that I actually didn't pick it up. And this glass lamp was adorable, but of course, 2 down from it was a pineapple lamp that I know my daughter would have loved if I picked it up for her. I also spotted this unique style candelabra, which I thought was really interesting. I liked the top of it, but the bottom seemed a little different. And this piece was adorable, although badly broken. The handle was missing, but I love the pattern on it. I was too afraid to pick it up though, so I only picked up the lid and it was $2.99. And me again obsessing over glasses, but luckily for me, there was only one, so I could put it back. Probably doesn't feel like it, but I've actually been shopping for 5 hours now, so I am back home now finally. So with that being said, it's thrift haul time. So first up is this music box. I love the detail of it. I really love these old style boxes. I just love how intricate that they are. So there is a little detail of what looks to be 2 women and a young girl on the front. And with these flowers and leaves, it's just utterly gorgeous. Okay, it works. It's a beautiful box. Sounds a little creepy, like almost like horror picture kind of creepy because of the fact you could tell that just the mechanism is old, but I love it so much. I love the legs of it. It's just a very cute find. Now this one was $4.99. So for a metal box that is highly detailed as this one is, I think $5 is actually a pretty good price. Okay, next up is this brass frame. Just a very simple frame, but I really loved it. I loved actually the little feet on it. That's kind of what sold me. I feel like ovals in particular were like a style trend that was very popular years ago, and now that they're coming back, honestly, big fan. This one was just a beautiful find. Obviously, I love brass for one, but this is just like a very sleek style, kind of like a more simple, minimalistic style. So I think honestly, it was a good find, and it's a great size frame for something like a bookshelf. So I was happy to pick this one up. And this one was only $1.99, so I think that's actually a really good price. Simple and understated, but still a very elegant piece. Next up is this vase. I love this one. I love the color. It's like a cool gray, and it's a great size too, but I will say this is very much a divergent from what I normally would buy. It's not in my typical wheelhouse of kind of like stylistic things that I look for or gravitate towards, but I will say I still really love it. I actually don't mind this detail in the front at all. If you look at it closely, you probably can't see on camera, but it does have a patina to it. Basically that cracked look, I love that look. And obviously the person who created this, it was intended to look like it was a faded, it was an older piece with a chippy look, but yeah, I still like that. I still think it adds character. This little detail over here, I've been really into finding pottery and vases that have handles, and although this is not a handle, I will say I think it's still a really cute design on it. So this one was $4.99, a great piece. I've been looking for pottery vases a lot lately, and truly I am one to always pick up some kind of pottery vase. So when I saw this one, I just wanted to grab it. Next up are these pieces. First of all, I love floral details, which is kind of surprising because as I was growing up as a child, I absolutely hated florals. I love the fact too that they're kind of short pieces. So if you wanted to actually style with a candlestick, they could potentially fit on a small shelf like that. Now I will say, unfortunately, this does not take a typical taper candlestick. There are smaller size candlesticks out there which would actually fit in this. I've actually seen them before. I've actually seen them at a thrift store and I didn't buy them. So I'll try to find them. Honestly, if I don't find candlesticks right away, I still will style with these just because I think they're beautiful. So the top piece right here is some type of metal. Fairly confident it is not brass. And this bottom piece is more like almost like a plastic, but still a really good find. There were 2 for $3.99, which I don't think is an awful price. I think that's fair. Just really cute though, and so I was like, yeah, I want these. They're so adorable. Okay, so next up is just a standalone bookend. One is perfectly fine with me. I usually push my books up to the edge of a bookcase anyways. So I just bought this heavy duty bookend that says Shakespeare on it. I haven't found bookends that I really liked or that really are like simple enough that I feel like they would fit the space. I really liked it because honestly, when it's just on its side like this, it's very simple and sleek, so the focal can be the books that are right next to it. So I picked this one up, and honestly for the longest time too, when it comes to bookends, I was just using various things like vases and other decor pieces as bookends. I didn't necessarily need to find bookends because I made do with other things. However, when I found this one and it was only $1.99, I was like, okay, I'm grabbing this one. I think this is a good profile, not too much going on. So yeah, $1.99 for this, and just it being one bookend by itself, I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good price for me. So next up, I did find a few things at the estate sale. So the first thing that I found was this brass candlestick holder, and pretty proud of myself because I left the other one behind. I did not grab them both. I just grabbed this one. But the one I left behind was actually a style that I already had, so I'm half proud of myself. I really love the ones that have like the finger holds, especially when they're shorter like this. I really love the ones that have the finger holds. It's just a really cute feature. But I love that this one in particular has carving detail in it. A lot of my brass candlestick holders don't have carving details, although I do buy a lot of brass that does have carving details. And it has a little detail on the side of the cup too, which I thought was really cool. It's adorable. So all in all, I think this one was a pretty good grab. And this little brass piece was only $1. So $1 for a brass candlestick holder, good price. Okay, next up, a wood cutting board. And yes, I'm well aware that you can find perfectly good cutting boards in various stores all over the place. So in my very tiny kitchen, I have a bulkhead above our cabinets. So I'm thinking about putting a shelf on that bulkhead and kind of designing and putting various elements, thrifted elements, such as cutting boards and other items on there just to kind of feature and show off. But I've been looking for cutting boards for a really long time, ever since I had this idea. I've passed up so many in the past, and as soon as I started to look for them, couldn't find them anywhere. So I did find this one at the estate sale. This one was $4, which I don't think is a bad price at all, considering the fact I feel like cutting boards are very hard to find these days. And this one is not going to be used to cut various things. This is solely a decor piece for me. And I really love seeing cutting boards styled in kitchens. This will be one of those things that I put on that shelf. So I'm really excited to actually start putting that together. And hopefully I could put the shelf up soon. And last but not least is this brass pot right here. Loved it. Honestly, anything brass, I'm probably gonna take a look at it. But also, I love the fact that this is a simple style, but really love these claw feet. Anytime I see claw foot anything, I'm sold. Like, it's just so cute. So it does have some discoloration on the bottom of it. My guess is that someone probably put water in this and probably put real greenery in this. I feel like the water probably tarnished it a little bit. So for me, I'm just gonna put some fake greenery in this, but I do think this would be a great styling piece with some greenery on a shelf or maybe on a coffee table. So I'm really happy about this one though, and I feel like it's definitely a vintage piece. And this one was $6. So $6 for a brass piece with the clawfoot feet that I absolutely love. Hey, not mad at that. So definitely not a large haul, not a lot of big items, but I will say the things that I grabbed are things that I really love, so I'm really glad I picked them up. So if you liked this video, or if you liked anything from the haul, definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, I'll link below for you another video to watch if you're new here, or if you're just feeling in the mood to kind of continue on with the thrifting adventures. This is a good follow-up. But I want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you for thrifting with me. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and so I will see you in the next one. Bye! I personally don't like to use brass vases and other items with real water. With real water. What is fake water, Rachel?